This video is going to be the Bible interpretation of the tale of the goldsmith. To understand what I'm going to read, it would be helpful if you watched the tale of the goldsmith on YouTube. It's about how the goldsmith creates fake money. So you got to watch that first before you can probably get the full understanding of what this is going to be about. So I don't want to spend time on this video to explain all that when you can watch that video and get a perfect understanding of the banker. So after watching that, then you could understand what I'm about to say. Every man is brutish by his knowledge. This word brutish in the Hebrew means burn, kindle, brutish, eaten, burned up, wasted, consumed. In other words, you can look at it as we are in a depression. We've been wasted. We're in a depression, unemployment. Habakkuk 2:13 says the labors of the people are for the fire. So it all has to do with debt, the money system, and why there's not enough money in the economy. So Jeremiah 51:17 says, every man is brutish, wasted, or burned up by his knowledge. That means that he lacks knowledge. Their lack of knowledge. And then it says, every founder, which founder is a goldsmith, a refiner, someone who works gold, and that is the tale of the goldsmith. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. So they create money out of nothing, out of the gold reserves that they have. Out of the gold that they have in reserves, they create money, and they can create up to 10 times more than they have in reserves. So this is counterfeiting. And it's through this counterfeiting that the banker is made very rich. And that's the banking system that we have today. It's called fractional reserve lending. So every founder is confounded by the graven image, for his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity, the works of errors. In the time of their visitation they shall perish. So the founder is confounded by the graven image. Now, why is he confounded? Well, I'm going to guess that it's because when people start figuring out that the bank counterfeits money, they buy up all commerce, they bought up Wall Street, people are going to wake up. Habakkuk 2:6-8 says, will not your debtors arise? Will they not awake, and then you will become their victim? That'd be the Living Translation and a couple other translations. But if you read that and study it out, you'll see that it's a banking system that's lending people money, and the debtors will wake up. But in Revelations 18:1 and 2 it says, I saw an angel from heaven. I saw an angel come down from heaven having great power, and the earth was lightened by his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great. It's with our knowledge, understanding that the banks counterfeit money, that the debtors are going to wake up because they've been burned up and wasted. The Bible says in Proverbs 28:11, it says, the rich are wise in their own eyes, but the poor who have understanding examines him. So what's happening is the poor who have understanding are examining the rich, and they're finding out that they've counterfeit money. and they cause all unemployment, they cause all wars, they control the media, they control all the corporations, the banks. This is Babylon. They control our leaders. Our leaders are in bed with them, with whom the kings of the earth committed fornication, and the inhabitants are made drunk on the wine of her fornication. In other words, they lend people money, and people who borrow are easily deceived because they don't live within the means that God provided for them, so they borrow money. They're borrowers. That's the nature of the beast. And then if you also read Isaiah 46, which is very important to understanding the goldsmith, it says, Bel bows down, Nebo stoops low. Bel being the Lord or chief deity of Babylon, Nebo being the prophet. Kind of reminds me of presides over learning and letters. Kind of reminds me of lawyers. You know how they're corporate lawyers. They run the legal system, which America is a corporation, so it's all commerce. It's the laws of commerce, trickery. So Bel bows down, Nebo stoops low. Their idols were upon the beast. So the beast are simply people who don't live within their means. They borrow money. So then Isaiah 46:1 continues, and it says, And upon the cattle your carriages were heavy loaden. They are a burden to the weary beast. In other words, the labors of the people are for the fire, and they weary themselves for vanity. And then verse 6, Isaiah 46:6, it says, They lavish gold out of the bag. In other words, they hold it in low esteem. They don't care about it. They just throw it out of their bag and weigh silver in the balance and hire a goldsmith. In other words, they give it to the goldsmith, and then the goldsmith, this is as a community, not one person, but as a community, they hire a goldsmith, and the goldsmith makes it into a god. So the people give the goldsmith their gold. The goldsmith gives them images, like certificates backed by gold. The people trade the certificates, and then the goldsmith realizes the people are not getting their gold, so the banker creates more certificates than he has gold because no one's getting their gold, and then he lends these out. And it's this lending that the people partake in, this borrowing and lending. The Bible says the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall pay tribute. When people give up their gold and they lavish gold out of the bag, and then it says, and hire a goldsmith, and the goldsmith makes it into a god, and they fall down, yea, they worship, because you can't borrow a fake piece of paper. Truthfully, it's being worshipped. And God made this happen because if you're a borrower and you don't live within your means, then this is the natural course that takes place, that a group of men will counterfeit money. So then it says in Isaiah 46:7, they bear him upon the shoulder. So we got this fake God, this fake money system, and we're bearing this fake God upon our shoulders. And that goes in line with Revelation 17:7, which says, I will show you the mystery of the woman and the beast that carries her. So we're carrying Babylon. We're carrying Babylon and their fake God on our shoulders. That's why the woman rides the beast, because this banking system, the goldsmith, is Babylon in the last days. It's Mystery Babylon. It's a curse in Deuteronomy 28:43. The stranger that is in your midst will rise high above you. He will lend to you. You will not lend to him. He will be the head and you will be the tail, and this curse will pursue you till you are destroyed. Then, as the nations fall away, the Bible says that first there must be a great falling away. That's when all the nations fall away. And Isaiah 24, 1 through 5 says, I will lay waste the earth, for a curse consumes the earth, for the earth and its inhabitants have forsaken the everlasting covenant. And that is Deuteronomy 28, which is the only covenant between man and God. So this curse of Babylon, which is Habakkuk 1, 5 through 6, it says, Behold you among the heathen, wonder marvelously, for I will do a work in your days that you will not believe, even if it were told you I am raising up the Babylonians. So this mystery Babylon is the banks and the corporations in the last days, and the beast is going to wake up. And I have other videos about the image of the beast and how this, it all ties together. Your social security number, your birth certificate, all ties in with this debt. The beast is a debtor. Habakkuk 2, 6 or 8, will not your debtors arise, will they not awake? And then the Bible says, the beast shall hate the whore, strip her naked. In other words, uncover her for what she really is. That means that the founder will be ashamed of the graven image, because now they're naked.